The good man is the man who, no matter how morally unworthy he has been, is moving to become better. Time and memory are true artists, they remold reality nearer to the heart's desire. Luck, bad if not good, will always be with us. But it has a way of favoring the intelligent and showing its back to the stupid. To find out what one is fitted to do, and to secure an opportunity to do it, is the key to happiness. Such happiness as life is capable of coming from the full participation of all our powers in the endeavor to wrest from each changing situations of experience its own full and unique meaning. One lives with so many bad deeds on one's conscience and some good intentions in one's heart. The self is not something ready-made, but something in continuous formation through choice of action. Arriving at one point is the starting point to another. All genuine learning comes through experience. Without some goals and some efforts to reach it, no man can live. Every great advance in science has issued from a new audacity of imagination. Education is not preparation for life, education is life itself. We can have facts without thinking, but we cannot have thinking without facts. Give the pupils something to do, not something to learn, and the doing is of such a nature as to demand thinking, learning naturally results. The problem well put is half solved. We only think when confronted with a problem. Hunger is not to have, but to be. Art is the most effective mode of communications that exists. There's all the difference in the world between having something to say and having to say something. The most important attitude that can be formed is the desire to go on learning. The deepest urge in human nature is the desire to be important. The goal of education is to enable individuals to continue their education. Wonder is the mother of all science. Anyone who has begun to think places some portion of the world in jeopardy. Not perfection as a final goal, but the ever-enduring process of perfecting, maturing, refining is the aim of living. Failure is instructive. The person who really thinks learns quite as much from his failures as from his successes. Skepticism. The mark and even the pose of the educated mind. One lives with so many bad deeds on one's conscience and some good intentions in one's heart. Just as a flower which seems beautiful and has color but no perfume, so are the fruitless words of the man who speaks them but does them not. Nature is the mother and the habitat of man, even if sometimes a stepmother and an unfriendly home. Never let fear define who you are, and never let where you came from determine where you are going. Time and memory are true artists, they remold reality nearer to the heart's desire. The belief that all genuine education comes about through experience does not mean that all experiences are genuinely or equally educative. The ultimate function of literature is to appreciate the world, sometimes indignantly, sometimes sorrowfully, but best of all to praise when it is luckily possible. Whole object of intellectual education is formation of logical disposition. Each individual that comes into the world is a new beginning. The universe itself is, as it were, taking a fresh start in him and trying to do something, even if on a small scale, that it has never done before. Holding the mind to a subject is like holding a ship to its course. It implies constant change of place combined with unity of direction. An intelligent home differs from an unintelligent one chiefly in that the habits of life and intercourse which prevail are chosen, or at least colored, by the thought of their bearing upon the development of children. Scientific principles and laws do not lie on the surface of nature. They are hidden and must be wrested from nature by an active and elaborate technique of inquiry. Man is not logical, and his intellectual history is a record of mental reserves and compromises. He hangs on to what he can in his old beliefs, even when he is compelled to surrender their logical basis.